That's what I love about this incredible young man. So I won't take any of your thunder, Pulen. You're an incredible inspiration to everybody. And we're watching you, and we absolutely love the fact that you're in our family. So over to you to tell us your story and speak from your heart, because your story is very inspiring.
We'd love to hear the real serious challenges.
International millionaire team member on his way to president's team, Pulen.
In the game. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share a bit of my story, and also to just share some of the things that I've done to be where I am, and also some of the challenges that I've faced. Just for you to just maybe you can get something out of what I'm gonna share. So I don't know if I can. Okay, I can be able to share the screen. Great. Let me just touch on a few pictures so that you can get to see them.
That's fantastic, Pulen.
Thank you very much. Okay, my name is Pule Pule. I'm 22 years old. I'm 22 years old, original from Pulen Limpopo. So I have a high school education. So the only education that I have is matric, guys. You understand? So as I was growing up, I had the dream of being a professional soccer player one day. You understand? I've been trying out on lots of teams for me to be able to make it, but things didn't work out as I planned. You understand? So just like any black child, moving from the rural areas, going to the big cities. 2017, I came to Pretoria to study sport management, which was my first year university. So I remember in my first year, I was staying at my aunt's place. From home, I was receiving only 500 rand. That's my allowance. So that year is the year that I met up with Herbalife Nutrition. I remember when I met up with Herbalife Nutrition, I didn't even have money to be able to buy the products, because at that time they offered me to buy the CR7 drive. It took me two weeks for me to save up for me to be able to kickstart with the CR7 drive. So I bought the 10 sachet of the CR7 drive, which was my first order as a customer. It was costing me 140 rand at that time. So that's how the game started in terms of me using the products. Look at the picture where I'm wearing a maroon t-shirt. That's the local team that I was playing for here in Pretoria. That's when I started using the products. That's when I started my energy. I started to improve massively. You understand? Those are the first product results that I got on Herbalife Nutrition is energy. You understand? So already as a customer, I was already talking about the products. You understand? I was already talking about the products already as a customer, because the CR7 drive was making me feel good. You understand? At that time, it was the only thing that I can be able to afford. I remember I went back to my coach and said, "What can I do to join?" He told me about the 500. I remember it took me 2 months for me to be able to kickstart, because at home I was only getting 500 as an allowance. So take a look at the picture on your top left. That's me when I started the game. Understand? I was a skinny soccer player when I started the game. So I wanted to gain a bit of lean muscle. That's the reason why I joined Herbalife. Understand? So as the time goes on, the more meetings I attended, that's when my wife started to change. You understand? Started to see, okay, I can build something with Herbalife Nutrition. You understand? Also started using the products like crazy. You understand? Also started using the skin products. I remember I was still at 25%, 35%. Also started using the skin products. You understand? Which was super exciting. Then the picture in the middle. I remember I was at 2018. I was staying at Res. You understand? So one of my biggest goals that I wanted to touch, it was for me to be independent, to understand, to be a student that is independent. I remember I was staying at Res, I was sharing at Res, you understand. I wanted to be one of those students who are not staying at Res. I wanted to be one of those students who are staying at their own places, you understand. So I remember I was working like crazy at Res. Everyone at Res, they were knowing, this is the Herbalife guy, this is the Herbalife guy, you understand. I remember that night I was signing up 2 people there. Back at Res, you understand? I was just signing up the students like crazy, because I was each and every day I was branded. You can see even the way I'm wearing there, you understand? I was super fired up, I was super pumped up, you understand? So when I started the game, my first month in Herbalife, I made 100 rand. One of the goal was to make 30 rand when I started. So within 1 year of kickstart of starting with Herbalife, managed to travel international. You understand? Managed to go to Paris, first time flying, first time going overseas. Then 2019 went to Netherlands, where I got Netherlands and Germany, where I got to make a big decision in terms of when I came back out of that extravaganza, I make a big decision of doing Herbalife full time 2019. You understand? Because already what I was studying already, when I was gonna find a job in what I was studying, already in Herbalife I was making 6 times of what I was gonna be making if I was gonna be finding a job. Understand? And my mind started to open up. Understand? Started to opening up on doing Herbalife full time. 2020 started doing Herbalife full time. Understand? That's when I started working like crazy with the team. So the picture in the middle were in Netherlands, which was Germany, when Germany extravaganza, the international one, which was in 2019. You understand? These are the results that I have currently. You understand? You can see. Not only my mind has changed, but my body, my physical result. I got the physical results also. Understand? So also recently bought this dark horse. I call it the dark horse. Understand? Recently bought this car last year November. Understand? Which is my first car at the age of 22. My life has changed. To understand? Then right now this one I'm staying in a 2-bedroom apartment in Pretoria East. To understand? So my life has changed with Herbalife Nutrition. I'm super grateful for this opportunity. To understand? I'm super grateful for what I've touched today. You understand? So if I can do this, anyone can be able to do this. You understand? So when I started the game, one of the challenges that I was facing when I started the game, it took me time for me to build a team. It took me time for me to be able to build a team. You understand? So because I thought I can touch the president team alone because I didn't understand the game. But the more events that I attended, I started to learn that it's not all about me. It's all about how many people I can be able to touch. You understand? Then I started working like crazy to build a team. I remember 2018. That's when I started to build a team. You understand? To be able to work like crazy to build a team through the support of my sponsor and my upline. Because when I started the game, the person who have introduced me to Herbalife Nutrition, he was not serious about Herbalife. So I was mentored by my upline and Spaley and Zamo. So the person who have introduced me to Herbalife Nutrition, even today, they're still sitting on a senior consultant. But I'll forever be grateful for them for introducing me to the opportunity. To understand? That was one of the challenges when I started the game. I had to depend on my uplines because my sponsor was not active in the business. You understand? But I was so passionate. To understand? That's why my upline, who's my sponsor today, is Peli, took an opportunity to teach me some of the things. You understand? Like share my stories because when I joined Herbalife, couldn't even speak English, guys. You understand? Because back at home we used to just talk with our home language, even if we were learning English, guys. You understand? It was not easy when I started the game. So the other challenge is when I started the game, I didn't know how to retain customers because I was not running a 21 day challenge. So I remember my upline Zamo came to me and spoke about how he's running the challenge. I remember I was with Matoti because we were not able to retain customers because we were not running the challenge. So immediately we started running the challenge. That's when we started to retain some of the customers and members. You understand? That was one of the things that we're not doing. We're just going with the flow. We're just going with the flow, not running those 21 days challenges. You understand? And also the other thing that we're not doing, we're not giving more people the opportunity in terms of inviting people to the meetings. It took me time, guys, to bring people to the meetings because I used to go to the meetings alone and thinking that it's the right thing for me to go there to alone. Because if you're doing something alone, guys, you're not really touching anything in your business. You understand? But if you're doing something with a team, that's how you can be able to touch those goals and dreams. You understand? I remember 2019. That's when I started to master also how to use social media. You understand? So I started also one of the things that has worked for me because I only had one superstar when I started the game, which was Matoti. I had to find more superstars that I can be able to work with. So 2019, that's when I started also developing other lines of people, you understand? Because I only had one line that I was focusing on. They told me, let go of Matoti, let go of him and find more people, you understand? Because I was always grabbing him, you understand? So I had to let go of him. That's why Bo Christopher, they came in, Bo Anthony, Bo Penga. That's when they started to come in there, you understand? That's when we started to build a team. I created what is called a future diamond, one mentoring people, you understand, in terms of teaching them everything that I know. I picked up over 9 people from the team, just 9 people that I started to mentor, you understand. Bo Penga, they were still a senior consultant, and Tony, all of them, they were still a senior consultant. 2019, that's when I started to mentor them and also started to create a vision board for them where I mix their pictures, then I put a supervisor on top of them, understand? That's when I started to do so that they can see the vision, understand? When we jumped inside 2020, they all touched that goal, understand, in terms of them hitting a supervisor. When they got to supervisor, we set another goal of hitting a world team member, understand? So that's how it has been, understand? Setting a goal, not only for yourself, guys, because it's great for you to have your own dream board with your goals and dreams, but you have a dream board for a team, understand? And also currently, we're working together now for Active World Team, understand, on that future diamond. So right now, what we've been doing, we've been running like opportunity showcases on WhatsApp, where we invite a lot of people, understand? Because what I'm focusing on this year, I'm focusing on the people that I have on my phone already. What if my superstar will come out of the WhatsApp, out of my WhatsApp, understand? So I'm just focusing on the people that I have now. I make sure that I'm inviting them to the presentation, inviting them because we've been collecting a lot of numbers last year and also 2019. So I'm focusing on following up with those people. You'll never know how many people are ready. Today I'm already sitting on over 8 members first line that I signed up. And 90% of people that I sign up, they place a first order. You understand? Because I make sure of that. And 90% of people I sign up, I tell them the 500 is not enough. For you to activate your account, you need to hit that first order. You understand? 3 of them, they are working towards a senior consultant. To understand? This month we're working like crazy to make sure that we're bringing back the impact. You understand? So we have a presentation every Wednesday and Sunday. You understand? So which means Monday, Tuesday, we're waiting to invite for a presentation of Wednesday, which will be done on WhatsApp. So inside that future diamond, I have like 9 leaders, you understand? Each and every leader, they are running their own WhatsApp group. So which means we have 9 WhatsApp groups that are running on the same day, you understand? Which means we're touching lots of, we make sure that the group gets full of guests, you understand? That's how we've been signing up people now like crazy, you understand? So all of us, I don't know, you can put a spotlight on me so that they can be able to see the book that I'm showing them. Just do a spotlight there, press him there. Just do a spotlight on me so that they can see.
Okay.
Great, yeah, great. So this, I'm advising them to have 2 books, you understand? To have a book of taking notes and also to have a book of writing down the people that you are speaking to, you understand? So each and every person that I'm inviting, I'm writing them here. Each and every person that I'm adding into the group, I'm writing them here, you understand? Then after the presentation, we do a follow-up. If you give me a promise, I put you on this list, you understand? So then we follow up like crazy, you understand? We follow up like crazy, we make sure that they're getting the products. That's the strategy that we're using in terms of us upping the game, in terms of bringing more people, because that's what worked for us in the past. So that's what we've been doing. The numbers that we have already, we use the numbers that we have already on WhatsApp. We invite people to a presentation. You understand? My high school mates still have them on the WhatsApp. The people that I went to varsity with, the people that I was speaking to on the street with, you'll never know who's ready. You understand? So that's what we've been doing. You understand? So looking forward to work like crazy, because this year we're looking at the president team. You understand? We're looking at touching top 1%. For me to be able to touch that top 1%, I need to be able to teach more people what I'm doing, and also do it by myself, because I'm not a manager to anyone, you understand? So that's why I need to teach them in terms of what I'm doing. So that's what we've been up to, working like crazy, making sure that we're able to bring back the 5K impact, the 10K impact, the 11K, the 12K, 18K, 16K. What I said, we're able to bring back those impact, you understand? Super exciting, guys. So thank you very much for the opportunity. So wish you got something out of what I shared with you. Thank you very much.
Pulen, that's amazing. Amazing, man. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I can see you are completely on fire, Pulen, and I'm sure that you will achieve that goal, because you've got a mindset like I've never seen in my life. When you make a decision, you make it happen, and you put action into words, and you put action out there, and your team is inspired. And we're so grateful to your sponsor for doing such a great job. I see Spelly's on. She came on a little bit late because she had an HOM. So what she's done is inspire you to be the best version of you. And this is so fabulous. So we're really, really happy and grateful. Is there any questions that anyone wants to ask Pulen? Thank you so much for giving us your real story. How does your mom feel now that she sees your big success? I mean, that's, that you've turned your life around so dramatically. How does she, I mean, I've never met your mom, but I can just imagine. What does she say?
Yeah, it's just they're super excited to understand. So my brother is in the game now. My brother is in the game. My
Wow.
youngest is in the game. My mother is in the game now. Understand?
Oh,
So
wow.
in the business now.
Pulen, when you actually first started, what did your family and your friends and your siblings, what did they say when you said, I'm going to do this Herbalife thing?
So all of them, they were so negative, understand? Because
Yes.
at that time, I didn't have any proof to show them, understand? So
Yes.
right now, all the proof is there. That's why they believe in the vision.
So what turned it around, do you think? What made them slowly come on board?
Just the proof that I'm showing them that Herbalife is working, you see.
Yes.
Yeah, well done, man. Amazing.
We are so grateful and so proud. Is there anyone that's got questions for Pulen? We're really grateful. Hey, there's somebody. B.
See that Angie's got her name up. Well done, Pulen. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Angie. Thank you, B.
Angie. I don't know if she's got it up by mistake. She wants to speak.
Angie, would you like to ask anything of Pulen?
Just unmute, Angie.
It could be a mistake. Angie, no problem. If you have a question, we can give you Pulen's number and you can ask him if he doesn't mind. But I'm just extremely grateful. And how do you feel about the philosophy of the 500 times 3 plus 2, Pulen? Because it's all in line with the rewards. Are you excited about the implementation of these new systems that we've put in place? No, the super challenge, people can plug their people into the lounge. I don't think you've been on our lounge yet, because I know you're out in the streets doing massive action in the morning between 10 and 11. But if you ever get a chance, we'd love to have you join us on the lounge. You'll be blown away with the incredible feedback we've been getting. And then, of course, this 500 Club. So this is just the beginning. We're very excited about it. How do you feel?
Yeah, there's been the 500 ppv plus 2.
Yes.
But maybe right now you are just making it more clear so that people can be able to see it, you see.
Yes. Yeah, because clarity can create the right vibe. So we've got to trust the process and stick with it, and then we'll see what will happen within 90 days. It's going to be unbelievable. But thank you for joining us tonight, and we're looking forward to some incredible guests. So I'm looking forward to seeing you and your team benefit from this new structure that we put in place. And the future is looking unbelievable in the game. In the game.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pulen. Thank you. Great. So I think that's it. We don't have any more questions. So now about the vacations, Pulen, you qualified for next year, and there's quite a few people on our Zoom. You've qualified for quite a few vacations. It'll be interesting to see with this new strain of the virus, whether we're going to be paid out or whether we're going to make it to Thailand. But we won't even go down that road at this point.
Yeah. That's
but one way or the other, we never get disappointed by this incredible company.
That's I'm not sure who that slide is.
Is that